tell you what, it was a great decision by Caruso because the Pelicans had defended that action well, and he was able to just stay patient and get to his sweet spot.
C.J. McCollum with a trade.
I have been really impressed with the ball movement from the Pelicans. They have been really crisp to start this game.
They're shooting 72% from the floor and 6 of 8 from 3. Player down, shot outside, will not go by Williams, and the player is Jones.
Willie Green wanted a foul on that play. Herb Jones still down.
I think he got it below the belt. And we'll step aside.
Not just a tremendous ball handler, he's a great facilitator for this team. It could explain some of the turnovers and the lack of fluidity on the offensive end. Just to give you guys a quick update, remember he hurt himself last season. It was January when he went down, and he had a surgery here recently. And the latest projection is that he will be out 4 to 6 weeks to be re-evaluated. I want to make sure that's clear.
Enjoy the Pelicans and the Bulls. Zion is back. Happy Tuesday. Like and subscribe, please. Hit the like button, friends. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Agreement was the focused word to try to clean things up, alleviate the pain, and he does so much for them, and that is why they have had to focus now, and Williams will take a move on Alvarado. As they go in, Hernan Gomez defending Vucevic, down low and off of Billy Hernan Gomez. The procedure is going to keep him out, like she said, several weeks. So that's why guys like Dosunmu and DeRozan and Levine, Caruso, all these players are going to be facilitators at one time or another as they're bringing the ball up.
Yeah, and you can see the struggles they have at times in terms of having flow and rhythm to their offense. And that's something that Billy Donovan talked about. He said, we want to actually have more randomness about how we play offensively, not be so predictable. And that was an example there, where Pat Williams is able to make a drive and create an opportunity for DeRozan. They're going to need guys to make more plays like that offensively to give their defense a chance.
Zion Williamson with the turnover right there. Williamson has played 9 minutes. He'll play under 20 tonight. 7 points and a couple rebounds. Nice pass, Levine. That's exactly your point. And Caruso will try to plop one up.
Yeah, and that's an example where it's not a bad pass, but you've got to be able to see that there's nothing there. So even though he catches it, it doesn't allow him an opportunity to make a play. And Herbert Jones continuing to be really solid here in this preseason opener.
After he was shaken up moments ago, he's now got 8 points. So a lot of this, and DeRozan leaning into Jones and picks up the foul as Herb Jones on the defense of the terrific veteran DeMar DeRozan. But with ball out, lines are a little blurry. It's more of a positionless team, agreed?
It is, and that's got to be a concern. And you're seeing it tonight. I don't think that Levine and DeRozan are going to have a problem in terms of their offense. But the question is going to be, how do we create enough offense from everyone else? And that's where, if you're Billy Donovan, there are going to be some concerns of how can we create some flow and create really good quality shots with this group.
Najee Marshall comes in for Alvarado. One thing that got them thinking about this was the final playoff game against Milwaukee, when DeRozan had 7 assists. And from that, here's a nice feed inside. McCollum hits Hernan Gomez, driving off the wing, and Billy's got 3 points. His brother plays in Toronto 1. They go inside. Jones broke up the pass, retaken by DeRozan, tries to work his magic and gets it out to Williams. Levine driving, you step out of bounds.
In this last session here offensively, that last possession by Chicago, you can see their problems, right? All their passes are a little off target. The decision-making not quite as instinctual as you'd like. And that's going to be something they're going to have to figure out a way to work through and improve upon.
Zion takes it hard inside, lost it. Back out to Herb Jones. He's had the good shot. Missing the triple and picked up by Caruso. to his side, the extension, driving inside. Caruso flies for two. Had a career high last year in steals, rebounding, and assists. Missed 41 games with the injury, fractured right wrist. Hoping he can keep his health.
And he really is a tone setter on the defensive side of the ball.
Look at that move by Williamson. Take it in. A guy that big, ducking that low and nimble with the footwork. And moments ago, Caruso.
Yeah, just a real good recognition there on the attack. Gets all the way to the rim. And that's one way to solve some offensive problems. Get out in transition and try to get some easy ones. And you talked about with Williamson. It's hard to imagine you're going to want to take that hit when he starts playing downhill. So much force.
So we've seen him now. The eye test, the optics here look good. I guess the question a lot of people have is how quickly can he be up to what he once was?
I think he's there. Remember, the young man's 22 years old. So, yeah, the timing and the rust element will play a little bit of a factor, but I don't think it's going to take long. And let's keep in mind, we're not even seeing him with Brandon Ingram right now. So the game won't be as difficult for him because, one, he's got a really high basketball IQ, and he can impact the game without the basketball, with all that athleticism and understanding how to play to win.
Greg, as you said earlier, he does look leaner. Here's a Caruso triple. Rebound by Patrick Williams. Nice move inside. Doubled. Williamson knocked it away. Tried to get it to Jones. Broken up by Dosunmu and out of bounds, and it's off the Pelicans.
And there's an example of him having an impact here. That was just an explosive attack there defensively by Williamson. He is a man among boys.
So he's out now. Graham comes back in the game. Jackson Hayes is in the game. Garrett Temple comes back in, joining Marshall and Hernan Gomez.
Nothing. Please go to bed.
And Caruso will inbound. He signed that new contract like we said. Here's Vucevic with a three. Got it at 31% from three. A down year for his long-distance shooting. That's a little bit more indicative of what certainly this coaching staff wants to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for the Bulls to figure out how to utilize Vooch. And I think he's got to be more of a focal point for them offensively in order to have the kind of success we saw from them a season ago.
Caruso picks up his third foul.
Graham took it in and almost got it to drop. They are right now, though, Chicago struggling with their pick and roll defense. They have not done a good job at the point of defense on the ball, and the rotations have been slow as well. Goran Dragic will come back in. Dragic played this past summer for the Slovenian national team in the Eurobasket tournament with Luka Doncic. I talked him out of retirement. He said those days are over. And Doncic said, wait a minute, I need you. We know how close they are. And he went and they played. And here comes Levine, and Graham is on him. And Vucevic tries to carve, and outside the open, Dragic with three. Out of bounds. Off Chicago. Dragic has had an incredible career, and you just have to wonder at this stage, how much does he have left in the tank? And honestly, I think they're going to expect him to have to play some minutes, especially with the circumstance with ball. Marshall tries to work his way in, bounces off bodies and hits the deck, and is fouled as he's taking it to the rack.
The Pelicans look like they're almost in mid-season
They
form,
do,
right?
don't they look
As
sharp?
compared to where the Bulls look like this is their first preseason game.
Levine picks up his first. Marshall out of Xavier will be at the line for New Orleans. Road team last year is 17-24, led by Florida-based teams, the Magic and the Heat. The NBA family is working to support organizations providing immediate relief to those impacted by hurricane.
Stay tuned for more from the Pelicans and the Bulls. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel.
That is great.